The PT in each video washed his hands and also professionally introduced himself in each scenario. Additionally, it is important to note that it may be necessary to alter or modify these activities for patients who have reduced strength or reduced function of one or more of their extremities, such as for those who are paraplegic or quadriplegic. And further training is needed on how to properly and safely maneuver these patients from the supine position up to a seated position.
For an independent transfer, the PT will instruct the patient on how to do the transfer. Hi there. We're now going to move from a laying down position to a seated position. Plant your feet flat on the table by flexing your knees up. Next, with your back arm, reach around and grab the edge of the table. And now you can move to a side lying position. From here, you can bring your knees towards your chest and have it so that they lay comfortably just for a second off the table. Then you will push up from your right arm until your left forearm can lay flat on the table with your elbow, and you'll push up from there until your arm is straight. With an assisted transfer, the patient will be able to help themselves more than with a dependent transfer.
Give it to me straight, doc.
Oh, no, nothing like that. We're just going to get you to a seated position here. So go ahead and get to a side lying position for me. From here, your bottom legs can hang off at the table just briefly. What I'm going to have you do is you're going to push up off the table with your right arm as I help you get up. And during that transfer, my arm is on the back of his shoulder, the one furthest away from me. And after he sits up, I lean here with him and hold him until he regains his balance. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. With a dependent transfer, the patient is going to need as much help from the PT as possible. We're going to get you to a seated position today. First, we're going to start off with getting the patient's feet flat on the table by flexing the knees up toward the chest. Next, we want the back shoulder to be draped over the front and closer to the edge of the table. From here, we're going to grab the back shoulder and the back hip and roll the patient to a side lying position with their knees still on the table. From here, we're going to take the lower extremity and flex the knees up toward the chest until they're laying just briefly off the table. From here, we're going to wrap your arm around the back shoulder so that you have a good grip of their thorax. You're going to grab underneath both of the popliteal fossa. From here, you're going to lift the patient up until they're seated. With a dependent transfer, the patient will need as much help as possible from the PT. Hi there, how are you?
Good.
Scoot it over that way a little bit for me. A little bit more if you can.